Welcome back to the DJ Ramos Internet Review, the Sports Hour. Joining me today is Gus. Gus, say hello.
Mr. Ramos, thanks for having me.
Hey, what's up, Gus? A.K.A. Tyler Pistoia. Oh, that's Keith. Let Keith, he has to get his stuff. What's up, Keith?
What's up, Keith? How you doing, bud?
Hey, Keith. Did you check out Soundwave today?
Yeah. Soundwave. I volunteered for a little bit. That was a good event. A lot of live bands today. A lot of good stuff. Soundwave, kcty.org, kctyfm.org. The voice of Long Beach. Not rough around the edges, because that's a lame motto. Anyways, we're on Ustream right now. We'll broadcast this up. Keith, thanks for joining us today. Yeah. Keith is a super cool Christian dude. He loves the Lord. Amen. He's a good dude. Amen, brother. Amen. John 3:16 all day. Stone Cold 3:16 all day. Stone Cold Stunners. Corn for life, right? This fool's a big Corn fan. Oh, you know what? He actually is a good friend of Joe the Hammer Smith, who has a show here on Wednesdays.
There we go.
Big Joe.
Yeah, so.
Big Joe.
Anyways, all right, so what were we talking about? All right, so we got Gus here. We got Adam Evans here. Adam, I know this guy from Long Beach. Hey, Adam, how are you doing?
Good. How's it going?
Hey, I've known this guy. We've gone back since the days of the Stanford not Blackhawks, the Red-tailed Hawks. And then we got William Evans. Willie Will.
Two Evans.
What's up? Oh, yeah. So back in the day, like, you and your parents were, like, related or something, your ancestors. Adam Evans, William Evans. What's up with that? Where is that from? Do you guys know where your lineage is from?
Wales.
Wales? You too?
Welsh.
You guys are Welsh? Do you know?
Crenshaw Mafia.
Crenshaw Mafia. What's up? Whoop. I'm from MS-13 Homes. You better step up.
Because of course you are.
Yeah, no, I wish I was. I wish I was tough enough to get those tattoos and be from El Salvador. Psych. Screw El Salvador. No offense if you're out there.
We just lost 3 listeners.
I don't care. You can go ahead and go away. I don't need El Salvadorian listeners, you dirty people. Just kidding. All right, the views and opinions. Hey, hold on. The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of the staff or management of kcty.org or of Long Beach City College. KCTY welcomes opposing points of view. Please write to us to arrange an opportunity for your voice to be heard. Our address is KCTY Long Beach City College, 4901 East Carson Street, Long Beach, California, 90808. Again, that's KCTY Long Beach City College, 4901 East Carson Street, Long Beach, California, 90808. Now back to those dirty Salvadorians. No, I'm just kidding. All right, and then we got Willie. Willie, I know this guy from football back in the day, 9th grade. Good guy. And then I think our neighbor Glenn might stop by. I called him, texted him earlier.
Did you call him?
Yeah, I gave him a text. I haven't received a text back. Actually, I did get a text. It was just like a little cat emoticon, you know, like those little emoji emoticons. It was just a little kitty.
Well, I'm surprised Glenn knows how to text.
That guy's weird. Have you seen him before? I don't think you've ever met. I've
never met Glenn.
Dude, Glenn's a weirdo. Hopefully he comes by. We'll get to see how weird that guy is. I think he's gay, but I never see him with girls. But he just seems like a weird dude. But anyways, we got Willie here. You guys went to the same middle school. So how was that? You guys both went to Rogers Middle School in Long Beach, California. Rogers
Go
Middle
Mustangs.
School in the house. Mustangs. Do you think a Mustang would win in a fight versus a red-tailed hawk?
Yes.
I don't know, because the bird has flight, so he'll be able to fly down and peck the dude's eyes out.
So what you're saying is you guys are good at running away and not fighting the Mustang.
No. We're good at attacking you when you don't even know you're being attacked. All of a sudden, you get struck by something coming from the air.
Here's the big question. Would you rather fight one Mustang-sized red-tailed hawk or 100 red-tailed hawk-sized Mustangs?
That's that internet meme, right? It was that whole duck. Would you rather fight a duck?
Chickens have large talons.
Well, yeah. Is the hawk the giant hawk? Does he have his giant exactly? Because that's basically fighting a T-Rex or something not a T-Rex, a Velociraptor though that can fly. Are you kidding me? I would not want to fight that thing.
Nothing more terrifying in the world.
I'd take the mini horses.
Yeah, so would I. Except you know how crazy it would be to fight all those horses. They're so fast. There's 100 of them, and they're this big. They're about the size of a hawk. So it was 3 feet.
You couldn't catch them all.
No, heck no.
They'd end up just running away.
It's like ants. If ants can swarm all over you, 100 horses would be able to just trample you easy.
I feel like the bite marks would be extremely painful.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'll punch the crap out of some horses. I don't know about that.
All 100 of them?
See, that's the problem. So do you think you're going to die either way? So eventually it just comes down to who, I guess, yeah, I'd rather fight the hawk because then that's an easier death because you just one swoop, that guy will just like eviscerate or whatever that means. Your guts hang out. Eviscerate. Yeah, eviscerate. Yeah. That's like from World of Warcraft. That's how I know that word.
With the horses. I think I kicked the you know what out of the horses.
I don't know, man. There's 100 of them. 100 horses. They're pure muscles, and they're probably gonna weigh about 10 pounds. So it's 100 times 10. That's 1,000 pounds of muscle just coming at you all at once, swarming you. You'd get your aim.
I feel like
you get work. Yeah. See Keith in the background. See if can you get Keith in the background? See Keith in the background shadowboxing. You know Keith is good friends with Joe the Hammersmith. Yeah. But anyways, all right. So how do you guys? We all went to Wilson. We all went to Wilson High School, and we all played football at once, except for Adam. He was a wrestler for a little bit. But honestly, I wish back in the day I would have taken wrestling, because like now, like with MMA being so popular, it'd be a good skill to have.
It would have been good, but our coach was terrible. I mean, our coach was absolutely. It was like the history teacher.
He was a history teacher. Yeah.
Mr. Rudy was absolutely. If you're listening, Mr. Rudy, you were terrible.
F you, Rudy. Yeah, I didn't have him.
He was a bad history teacher.
Really?
Modern world history.
I thought Mr. Wechter was the wrestling coach.
He is now.
Oh, he's now.
I have no idea how he is, but
motorcycle racing with they whip the bike out.
So what did you learn anything from wrestling though? Like, because what I learned from football is, especially being a lineman, is no matter how good you are, your team is gonna hold you down. What about you? Did you learn anything from an individual
we
sport?
played practical jokes the entire time. I mean, we messed with the coach.
That's hilarious.
Someone, he went out, he left for a second. Someone pissed in his cup. The whole wrestling team watched it. He goes back in front of everyone and takes a big drink out of it.
That's gross.
We would have he had no control of the team. I mean, he would tell us to do what do they call bleachers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We all ran up and sat on the top of the bleachers and never came down. I mean, he was a terrible coach. Yeah.
What was your guys' record?
Terrible, worst.
How many matches
did you have any good matches though? Like, did you have any epic battles?
I didn't. I actually joined wrestling because I was a WWF fan, and I was unpleasantly surprised that.
You didn't get a theme song?
Yeah, no theme song.
No walkout song.
My finisher move never came back.
We were getting ready to start using chairs and stuff. Hey, this is fake wrestling. What's up? What is this?
We're the Dudley Brothers.
Yeah. I'm here with
which were actually my favorite wrestlers were the Dudley Boys.
You and Bennett liked them, right?
I don't know what Bennett. I like the Dudley Boys.
I remember Bennett was into Mankind, I think, because I remember he had the book.
Yeah.
I always hated Mankind just because I thought Socko. I thought Socko was like just an awful gag joke. Like, this is disgusting. Like, I was a big Stone Cold guy.
Wrestling in general is an awful gag joke.
I understand, but there's levels to it. I feel like
Dude Love.
Dude Love is the man.
You gotta respect Mankind for his tenacity, though.
Isn't he still
was
wrestling?
The guy who got he was the guy that got all the tacks in him. He went through the Hell in the Cell.
What was he dove into barbed wire or something like that?
Dove into barbed wire. He went through the Hell in the Cell and then continued through the ring.
Ugh.
He was the ultimate. Gold Dust.
Gold Dust. Oh, rapid question segment. You know what the time it is? Rapid question time. All right. Favorite wrestler growing up? Gus.
Stone Cold 316.
What about you, Adam Evans?
I'm going to have to agree and go with Stone Cold.
What about you?
Smell what the Rock's cooking.
The only person that got that one correct is Willie. Willie, you're right. Willie has 1 point. Willie has 1 point. All right, up next. Blondes or brunettes? Or redheads? Wild card.
Brunettes all day.
Brunettes.
I'm going brunettes all day.
Brunettes.
Black girls.
Black girls. Willie with the wild card. You get a point for that, but everybody gets a point.
Why is Willie winning so easily?
Which is technically a brunette.
Technically, they all are brunettes.
Exactly. Wait.
They can be any color. Like a Nicki Minaj.
Is that natural though? Is that a natural blonde?
It doesn't matter. It's a wild card.
It's anything.
It's a what?
All right. Next wild card question. Have you ever been with the black girl? Gus, we all know this. Yes.
She was a sweetheart, by the way.
Adam?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We all have. We all get a point on that one. So the score is Willie 3.
I have interesting, I went back.
You went back.
I
definitely went
black,
back,
and I went back.
I definitely went back. I think I'm a 3rd degree black belt. Well, 2.5. 2.5, because one of them was half.
I was content with my brown belt, and then it went
black. Brown? No, like my first was a brown belt. I got my brown belt, and then my white belt was second. And then I don't know, like after high school is when I pretty much went crazy. And like this past year, I've been going crazy, honestly. But anyways,
Stay safe,
cool guy over here.
Stay safe, Ramos.
well, that's the thing. Like, I'm a cool guy because I know how to stay single. Yeah, but anyways, all right. So, rapid question number 3. I can't even think of one right now. Oh, favorite football team, Gus.
Detroit
Lions.
Saints all day, baby. Who
Saints
dat?
all day.
Who dat nation?
49ers.
49ers. You will all get 0 points. The correct answer was
bandwagon, Willie. Is that a brand new Colin Kaepernick jersey I see on you right now?
Here. Let me talk that.
Double tattoos.
You were a fan of the San Diego Chargers when they had LaDainian Tomlinson. True or false?
I like the Jets.
Yeah,
Wait, I think
So
you
you
said
said
No, the Jets was respectable because they have always been awful.
Hey,
All right.
Wes used to work for the Chargers. Why you ragging me?
I'm not dissing on them. They got Manti Te'o. That was a good
We
pickup.
dismissed everyone under 30 or over 30.
That's exactly
Now
what we did.
watch out for the Jets this year because we gave him.
None of you scored a
we
point
gave
on
him
that
Chris
one.
Ivory. So
Nobody here scored a point.
Chris Ivory.
So that was
Watch
the
out-
end of
watch
the.
out for Chris Ivory.
All right, that's the end of the rapid section. You heard the song ended. So then score was Willie 3, you guys 2. Willie.
What was your
Sorry.
score?
I was the judge, dude. If
But
your
you were
answer was the
answering
same as
questions.
mine, I was telling you what the right answer was.
Oh.
The right answer
You're the
was
host.
my
All
opinion,
right. I
bro.
feel like I'm
I'm
on
the
luck
host of the
today.
show. Exactly.
I'm a little jealous that I lost that segment.
Dude, you actually got a negative point, so you got last place for picking Detroit because they're a division rival. So you should have just picked the Chargers.
poor.
Yeah, and they're poor.
Hey, Detroit's coming back.
You're thinking of
They're
you might
coming back.
actually go back to Detroit, right?
It's not
Possibility.
Hey, at least it's not Cleveland.
Yeah,
or
obviously it's not
Atlanta now, by the way.
But is there a possibility you're gonna work for the
pretty
Lions?
sad
again?
when you
Detroit
say at
and
least
Atlanta.
it's not Cleveland.
At least it's not. Cleveland.
That's pretty low.
Like you can say, it's like at least it's not. That's really the lowest you can go. Really.
I'm moving. Hey, Jose, I'm moving to Riverside.
At least it's not. At least it's not Fresno. It's not. At least it's not Fresno.
it's not Corona.
Yeah. No, Riverside and Corona.
Is
I
Riverside
consider
better?
one
Is
thing.
Riverside
I
worse?
consider isn't all Riverside County.
No,
it's
San
all one thing.
Bernardino.
Anywhere
Oh,
near the
okay.
valley,
Yeah.
yeah.
San Bernardino.
San Bernardino
horrible.
County. It's huge too. It's the biggest county in the U.S. Little known
Goes all the
fact.
way to Vegas.
Yeah,
Really?
It
Yeah.
spans.
When I was driving back, right when you come over the line, over
It
state line,
starts
says
San Bernardino?
County, which
No
is
way.
surprise.
Anyways,
Now we know.
yeah. Thanks for the information.
That's your travel tip for the day.
Travel tip. Oh yeah, you went to Vegas recently too, didn't you?
Yeah, just the other night for no reason.
No reason. What? So how? What ended up going on? Did you go for
So
one
it was
night
just a
only?
Slow Tuesday night over there. There were some good-looking women over there, man.
What'd you
Really?
stay?
Didn't stay anywhere. Just
Oh, you just went
walked
for the
around
night?
all night and came home. Left Vegas around 1 in the morning. Got back at like 5 something.
Doing any gambling, or were you just there to hang out?
Yeah, played some blackjack.
Some drinking.
How'd you
Oh
do?
yeah, drinking dollar beers all night.
love
I got some card at I think it was the Riviera for like a buy one get one free. So
Oh, nice.
I don't know, some girl handed them out. She's cute.
That's what's up.
Nice.
That was
Did,
fun.
did
But,
you get
I mean,
lucky
as
or
far as
no?
the street was, it was pretty dead.
It was a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
Like it was weird. You should have gone like a random Friday night.
it was just kind of one of those spur. Hey, you want to go to Vegas? Yeah, let's go.
Screw it. You
Played some
driving?
blackjack.
That's cool.
Made $60.
There you go.
A big thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
You didn't
Not
have to
it.
pay for any gas or anything.
No, my buddy drove.
That's cool.
there you go.
We
Why
went
not? That was a good idea. You didn't.
Last
freaking-
week
You
went
didn't
to
have to
San
go to work or
Francisco.
anything.
Next week, go to Gatlanta. I don't know.
Gatlanta.
See.
Well, you went to San Francisco like randomly last
Yeah.
week, right?
Yeah.
Well, how dangerous is
good
the
Lord.
bullet train to Vegas going to be?
I have no idea.
You know, you guys ever hear that?
Well, how dangerous are bullet trains in Japan? Like
I'm
they
not
have
talking
a
about
bunch
dangerous, like
Very-
dangerous,
Oh, you
like,
mean like
dangerous for us. I mean,
that
like we
we're just
go,
gonna
we
be
can get
wasting-
there in maybe an hour.
I don't think it'd be dangerous for me because I pretty much have a pretty good
It's
self-control.
dangerous for a lot of
Weren't
people.
they
Yeah.
supposed to make the blue one to the
San Francisco or something like that.
Was it San Diego?
Yeah.
I've been hearing about that my whole life. I
Outline
doubt
or
that'll ever
something.
happen.
But then the almond farbers were upset or something.
Who
Because
knows?
they would have to cut through farm field.
Yeah, like their land.
All right. Well,
Almonds.
Hey, almond milk's good. I use it in my cereal, man.
Really?
Try it. Vanilla
almond milk. Almond milk
Silk
is
brown.
great.
Almond milk?
Almond milk is
It's
delicious.
good for you too. Yeah.
It's way better than milk. Milk
And
is
you
pretty
don't look
disgusting
like a wuss
now.
drinking soy.
Yeah, with no soy, you grow man boobs. So,
Estrogen.
all right. Anyways, after the break, we're gonna talk some sports. Spurs versus Warriors. Kings versus San Jose. Possibly the other West Coast basketball game that I can't think of, but I tried to mask by just saying it was another basketball game. So the DJ Ramos Internet Review. Come on back. Welcome back to the Internet Review with DJ Ramos, aka Jose Medina, a.k.a. The Truth, a.k.a. everybody's best friend in here. What's up, fellas? How's everyone doing? What's up?
Good.
I'm here with Willie Will, Mr. Adam Evans, and Gus, a.k.a. Tyler Pistoia. How's everybody doing? All right, so sports, baby. What's up? You just ruined my claim. We talk about Rolando McClain. Talk about that a little bit, Gus. What happened with that guy?
So, Rolando McClain's a linebacker, played for the Raiders in 2010. He was a top 10 draft pick. He was very productive, but has had a slew of off-the-field issues. He's been arrested multiple times, mostly in Alabama, where he's from. He went to the University of Auburn. He just got arrested again last week because he yelled at a cop at a park, F you, F the police, and then they arrested him for that.
Good for him.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Auburn.
represent. Now I like this guy. F the police. But so he, after 3 seasons in the NFL, very productive year, he just retired, and all he said was he's getting his life in order. What do you think that means? Speculation, radio time, make some crazy stuff up, Adam.
At 23, why is he retiring?
Why is he retiring? He's younger than us, dude. He's
I moved
retiring.
down to Florida.
Why am I wearing
house.
glasses? I put on glasses to make fun of Pistoia, but now I got to take them off because I feel ridiculous.
Who knows? I mean, really, who know? What does that mean? I need to clear. I mean, what can you, other than, like, what are you going to do other than get paid millions to play a game?
Well, do you think maybe he is tired of all the random ass people hanging on to him and stuff? So maybe he's trying to figure out who are my real friends or something
Riding
like
his
that.
coattails.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he's like, I'm gonna quit football and see who's still around.
His personal history with the law has included marijuana arrests and
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
disputes with the police and violence at the house. Not domestic violence, but fights breaking out at his house.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the problem.
Maybe
They
he just
should-
wants to smoke weed.
Yeah, let him smoke weed and maybe he won't be so violent. Come on, did you ever think about that, Alabama? Think straight. If he was in California, he'd just be high all the time, just sitting on his couch, relaxing, playing football.
Maybe that's why he's upset.
So Gus,
Give him
now
a job.
how much money do you think he's made so far in what is 2-3 years?
He was a top 10 draft pick in 10, so 10, 11, 12.
Was he a Pro Bowler? He was
No, he was not a Pro Bowler. He's probably made about $10 million.
What's
That's
his
what's
net
up.
worth?
His net, I don't know what his net
But
worth
$10
is.
million in a contract, so he didn't get all of it though. 'cause
No, he probably
retired.
made about $3 million a year.
That's cool.
$3 million a year. And
So living with $9 million, if you invest that correctly, you can live off that for the rest of your life.
Do you think he
yeah,
invested?
you think he's
though?
gonna bet?
Maybe.
Shocking.
Who knows? Maybe he was like, you know what?
He is
I'm a
gonna make it
linebacker.
rain, dude.
I'm gonna step away from the game before my brain goes to crap.
Did you see the 30 for 30 on Broke?
Broke?
It's
Absolutely.
all about the players who.
It's a great documentary.
Was it 75% of all NFL athletes?
Yep.
Are broke
or because they all eventually are addicted to pain medications and
Well, you
they
get
have a
used
bunch
to
of hanger-oners, yes men telling you to buy all this cool
learn
stuff.
to say no.
You
Volume's awesome.
you get used to a certain amount of income coming in each month, and
Exactly.
you finance, and then all of a sudden the income stops.
Exactly. And then you're still your friends are still there. It's expecting you to spend the same as before, and you just can't do that.
Well, and also the banks are still there expecting to pay your mortgage and your car payment.
Then you
etc.
got to make your stripper friends happy. Just make it rain all day. Oh, make it rain.
Next topic.
Get that Thiz.
What do we got here?
Spurs versus Warriors. That's going on tonight. Who do you think is going to happen? Do you think the Spurs are going to close it out?
I think Spurs close it out because Steph Curry injured his ankle. He's not the same player. Klay Thompson cannot create his own shot right now. He's getting locked down, and I just feel the Spurs are too strong inside. They got the bigs. They got probably the best power forward in the history of the game in Tim Duncan. I just don't see San Antonio. I just don't see San Antonio losing the series.
Why
Yeah, I
hasn't
don't-
his knees shot yet?
Who?
Tim Duncan. He's been playing forever.
Well, he's just a fun. That's why they call him the big fundamental.
HGH.
Yeah, probably. He just the way he plays. He doesn't go crazy and drive to the basket like MJ or Dwayne Wade. He doesn't fall.
It
He
just trips me out
just
because
makes
Shaq
jump
and all
shots.
them are already out the game, and Tim Duncan's still doing his thing.
Well, look at Shaq's body type. That dude was huge. So his knees had to carry way more weight than Tim Duncan. I guess Tim Duncan must have been one of the lucky ones, maybe.
I think Tim Duncan doesn't rely on his athletic ability, so he's not putting as much strain on it.
Exactly.
He is an athlete. He's a damn good athlete, but he doesn't rely on it like a Russell Westbrook, who's all about speed. A Derrick Rose is all about speed, running up and down.
Shoots the ball
He's
really
just
well,
very technical
passes the ball
sound,
very well.
very controlled in his movements, and just makes the shot.
No.
They call him the big fundamental.
As far as the Warriors go, I mean, can you name a better team outside the arch in really the last 10 years
Maybe Ray Allen. Maybe some of Ray Allen's
Look
teams,
at,
but
what's
he was
his-
the only guy.
Curry broke his record this year.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. No, Curry
I've never
definitely made
seen
himself
a better
superstar.
team outside the arcs. That's some entertaining basketball.
Yeah, that's
right there.
great. It's
I
great.
like when they had a few years back when Baron Davis was on the Warriors.
That was cool.
That was a good
Dude,
squad.
the Warriors have a cool chant, too, because, like, in their stadium, everybody's just, Warriors,
They actually do that?
Warriors, like, the whole crowd.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know
No,
that.
you've never noticed
No,
that?
I
Like,
never
everybody in the crowd, like, screams, Warriors, Warriors. It's dope. Yeah, that's, like, the coolest crowd chant. But the thing about the Warriors, like, I like the Warriors a little bit better than the Spurs because, you know, a Laker fan, you can't really like the Spurs because,
No.
you know, like, they were rivals back in the day, like, for, like, the last decade, the 2000s.
Plus, they got the Frenchie on their team.
Yeah, the Frenchies.
I think
like
I
that.
definitely think the NBA does not.
Everybody in LA always forgets the Clippers, though. It's like, oh, Lakers all day, but I mean,
Well, not until this
we
year.
have two basketball teams for no reason.
Well, now
Clippers
this
have-
year, everybody have been, like,
They couldn't-
became a fan out of nowhere. It's like, where were you?
And they
50
still
years
lost in the
ago?
first round. And until the Clippers do something productive and get deep in a playoff run, then they'll get the respect
Make
of the
it
city.
happen,
They're
guys.
just fun to
Not
watch.
me.
Go in there and become GM somehow and tell them how to run their business.
You know, I feel bad for Clippers fans
Why?
because it's the best thing they've gotten in the last 10, 20.
Ever.
You mean
Never.
true Clipper
This-
fans,
this is the
not
highest-
the random Clipper
No,
fans.
no,
Like,
no,
you mean
not bandwagon.
yeah.
No,
This is
no.
the highest the Clippers have ever been in their entire history of their franchise.
And to what, the first round of the playoffs?
Well, making the
lost-
playoffs and then having this
lost
much
3 in a
talent
row.
and having
Sure.
this much talent.
And are they keeping Chris Paul?
Yes.
No.
No, hopefully
Yes. No.
Kobe amnesty, Chris Paul to the Lakers. Let's
Yep,
do it.
that's what I'm
Keep
saying.
dreaming.
Nah, that'd be so great.
That'd be incredible for the Lakers, but that's not going to happen.
Chris Paul, D. Howard, and then get rid of all the other players.
Get rid of Gasol. Meta's gone probably.
Well, yeah, get Marc Gasol in there somehow.
It's,
Some crazy.
I don't think that's going to work
3-team
into
trade.
the salary cap.
Get Gus to cross you up.
Yeah. Well, the guys on the Miami Heat, the reason they're so great is because they all took pay cuts.
They all took
That's
less
the
money.
thing.
Well, you know,
So
and, you
people
know,
don't like talk about that, but they're
That's
all
for the
like
love of the
selfless.
game.
Love of the game. They're just chasing
You know,
rings now. They're not chasing money. They'll make money like
Selling
selling
the ring.
commercials. Yeah, selling like commercials, selling cars, selling. It's like we're gonna win 4 or 5 championships. Car companies are gonna sponsor us. Like all this money's gonna come in. Like it's the big three, one of the best basketball teams of all time. LeBron James is the best basketball player ever already.
Whoa.
Yep.
Michael Jordan, you know, for a good portion of his career was the 4th or 3rd highest paid player on his team. Michael Jordan was because he knew he took less money to get better players there, and then got all that money from his shoes. That shoe deal.
You guys,
And that guy was smart too, because they would always ask him, like, Democrat or Republicans. I can't tell you, because Democrats and Republicans both buy shoes. Smart businessman,
do
dude.
you guys remember when his hand was on the Gatorade bottle?
Yeah, I
No.
remember, like, dude, the guy's hands
Like
are
it was
so big.
like actual size.
I remember
No
that.
way!
Yeah, that guy's hand is giant.
Just wraps around the whole body.
Yeah, I was just like trying to stretch my fingers, like, yeah, I'm gonna make my hand as big as Michael Jordan.
Like, we were children in the Michael Jordan era. Like, to us, like, that guy is, like, a legend. That's why, like, it's blasphemous. Like, you heard, like, when I said LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, you're like, what?
I just don't think you've watched basketball long enough to form that opinion. I think just because LeBron James is the hero of your era.
No, I just think it's like I just look at the numbers and the players' efficiency ratings, like historically speaking, and then just looking at like LeBron's size, strength, and like passing ability, ball handling skills. Like he's everything Jordan could do, except not shoot the ball as well. He passes it more, and he's the size of Karl Malone, and he can run the point like
you have
straight
a
up.
serious crush on this.
Yeah, I know, man.
He's the best player ever. Like it's like him. Oscar Robertson was the only other player in history that was like him, like a walking triple double. Every game you walk into, like, oh, he's gonna get a triple double. He's gonna have a crazy efficient game. He's not gonna make the wrong move. He's gonna always like make the right basketball moves. And apparently, breaking news: the Associated Press. Warrant issued for Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco,
AKA Chad
out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of former NFL wide receiver Chad Johnson in South Florida. The state attorney's office confirmed Thursday that Broward Circuit judge issued a warrant May 7th against Johnson for failing to report to his probation officer. So is this probably from like when
This is when he
supposedly-
headbutted his wife.
Which I don't think he did, but let's
Or
keep
she
reading.
headbutted him, yeah.
Exactly. Johnson received a year of probation last September after pleading no contest to a domestic violence charge involving his former wife, reality star Evelyn Lozada. What is she from, basketball-wise?
Some ignorant TV show.
Yeah, and they got married like
Says it
after
right
like
down there, basketball-wise.
There you go. Lozada is on basketball-wise. All right,
But
so the
she's
6-time Pro Bowler was arrested after he headbutted her, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't think he did. He just pled no contest. But that dude is crazy. After like 4 months of marriage, like knowing her, he got married to her, got a tattoo of her on his body, and then within all that, somebody headbutted someone.
He renamed himself Ocho Cinco.
Dude, yeah, obviously he's not the smartest guy ever. This is the first like
He's never had an issue.
Exactly. This is the first time he's ever had like an off the field issue is the thing. Like he used to just eat McDonald's every day and just be Chad Johnson. But now like this is the first time he ever like did something weird, like possibly criminal. But
We get Ocho Cinco. We put him in a ring with Meta World Peace.
and the make
I got Meta.
Who walks out?
I got Meta.
Meta's 6'8", right?
Yeah, Meta is more crazy. He's Queensbridge, homie. Are you kidding me?
Meta went 2 versus 16,000 in Detroit. Just to let you know.
You guys remember celebrity boxing? They should do like celebrity UFC, MMA.
Right?
Well, apparently Jose Canseco and like Shaq have like some Twitter beef or something, and they might make that happen.
He was the pitcher, or not pitcher, but he was on the Armada, right?
Yeah, he was a
He was
pitcher
a
on the
pitcher?
Armada. He
Yeah.
was a pitcher. Yeah, he was in the Long Beach Armada. He still plays like for random little teams like that all
So
over the place.
ridiculous.
He does MMA and stuff
Did
like
you
that.
see Manny Ramirez playing for the Taiwan League?
Yeah, he slid like 50 feet in front of the second base. Oh, Manny. Manny being Manny. Dude, I love Manny Ramirez because you know you're a great athlete when you're raised in America. Your family is like what, Puerto Rican or Dominican, but he doesn't speak English or Spanish well. He speaks zero. He speaks zero languages
his own
well.
language.
He doesn't speak Spanish well. Like if you hear him talk, like he's like this guy. I can speak it better than him. And I can't speak Spanish well at all. But anyways, the Knicks versus the Pacers. Who you got on that one? Closeout game.
Pacers.
Pacers. You think? Okay, so far you think both the teams are going to close out.
Naptown. Yep.
Naptown. Do you think it's going to be close at least?
No, it'll be a close
The
game.
Knicks are horrible, dude.
The Pacers, their point guard is out with a concussion, so they are without their best player,
There you go.
but they still got the bigs. New York has no bigs.
The New York doesn't only not have no bigs, they have no offense. They have ISO offense, and that's all they do. They got J.R. Smith, who shoots the ball way too much, and they got Carmelo, who shoots the ball way too much. They're like the opposite of LeBron. Back to LeBron, because LeBron shoots efficient shots.
But they drive to the basket. At least the Heat go to the basket. New York doesn't even go anywhere near the basket. They just take jumpers.
Yeah, well, live by the jumper, die by the jumper. Apparently, that's the cliche going around the sports world these days.
True.
Freaking hockey, man. You been paying attention to the playoff hockeys this year, Adam?
No.
No? What about
not at
you?
Kings.
Kings all
Kings
day.
and Blackhawks. I like both teams.
Gus's team got eliminated last week.
Yep.
The Ducks, the Mighty Ducks, not so mighty. Should be like what's the head guy in the Mighty Ducks? The captain's name? The
Gordon
dude that was in Dawson's
Bombay.
Creek. Why didn't have Bombay? Yeah.
Gordon Bombay.
Dude, that guy was selfish. He's like, my hand's better, but you can still play.
I wish they were still the Mighty Ducks. They had a way cooler logo.
Knuckle
Like
puck
the old
sign.
logo,
Yeah,
the
way,
white,
way
yeah.
cooler.
Now it's black and orange. I don't know.
It's new. It's
I mean,
modern.
they're the Ducks, the Anaheim or the Arrowhead Pond.
now,
you know?
now it's the Honda Center.
Yeah,
Screw all those teams. Ice Dogs all day.
OG represent for the
Bring it back. $2 beer night.
$2 beer night,
night.
and there's a guaranteed fight tonight too. So get drunk and watch some people fight on ice. New York Rangers versus Boston. That's coming up. That's in the second period already.
Tied
0-0. Who do you think's gonna win that series, Gus? You're the hockey expert.
I like Boston just because I like their offense so much more, but the Rangers have the better goalie in Henrik Lundqvist. I feel if he gets hot and he just starts shutting Boston down, New York
Bruins are fast.
Bruins got a great squad.
Do you
but
think there's gonna be a lot of fights? I hope there's a bunch of fights in this one.
you know, in the playoffs, there's not as
yeah,
much
they don't
fighting.
wanna-
Yeah,
yeah.
because they don't want to get suspended or anything like that.
Exactly,
They don't want to
that's-
risk it. Yeah.
So San Jose versus LA. That's another we got the East Coast rivalry versus the West Coast rivalry tonight.
Willie, which prediction tonight?
San Jose
I have
versus
to go with LA.
Las Vegas.
They're a state rival, man.
Hey, you
I
down to watch it later? I'm gonna go to your house and watch that
Let's do
shit
it.
if you're down. It's on. What channel is that thing on? Shouldn't
hate
probably
Fox
do this
Sports
on
West
there,
or something. Or the
Probably.
NHL network.
Well, we'll watch
NBC,
it.
NBC?
NBC Sports. Yeah, it is on NBC
Who's your
Sports.
team? Do you like any hockey teams in particular?
I'll just bandwagon on the
Bandwagon
Kings.
on the Kings.
I haven't watched hockey since, like you said, the Ice Dogs. I mean,
Yeah.
I still haven't got back into it.
Well,
you
it
know?
was fun last year. We watched the Kings in the playoffs. That was fun. So I
Yeah,
expected a lot of people to do the same thing this year.
Well, that's the thing. Once the 1 year people bandwagon, but then if they stay on the wagon, then they're
Legit.
They're legit. Yeah.
Legit
So it takes,
fans.
but not
I think
me.
true Kings fans are kind of like Raiders fans, man. Like I remember being the Kings fan when I was a little kid because I just got into the logo like looking like the Chevy logo.
Yeah.
Crosses. Yeah.
Those are cool. Yeah, it's cool.
The
Plus,
old
like
Kings
you see
logo.
all these like dudes like wearing like old jerseys and stuff. It's like, okay, this guy's old school fan. With the, like, especially if you see like an old like version of like the Lakers colored jerseys with like the cool like crown, like the nice crown. So your favorite team is the. You've been to a Detroit game though, right? When you were in Detroit.
I went to a Detroit Red Wings game at the Joe Louis Arena. By the way, severely overrated. It's a dump.
Really?
It's
well,
complete
it's
dump.
old, isn't it?
It is the oldest.
Well, what
arena,
would you talk
and it
about the
looks
atmosphere?
old.
Is the like the fan base
No.
compared to like a Ducks game or a Kings game?
I mean, they're all sold out, but it's not. There is a difference. They're more into it, but it's not a night and day difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like they're like, oh, okay, everyone's into it. Everyone knows the sport.
Dude,
in
while
Detroit.
they're still in it, dude, we gotta go to a Kings game and just get hammered and just root on the
Tickets are
team.
so expensive.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Staples Center.
Well, how much would
Plus,
like
they
one of
won
the
the
cheap
Stanley Cup, so
tickets?
they've
Yeah, that's
got
true.
way more.
Probably like
up.
$80 for the nosebleeds.
Well, screw that. Let's just go next season during the season when the tickets aren't so expensive. All right, so you guys, football teams, your guys' favorite football team, Gus, the Lions. I thought you would pick the Chargers.
I mean, Detroit was the first team I worked for, so that I guess became my first love.
Yeah, and then you always like college football a lot.
Yeah,
better.
college football to me
Who's
is
your college football team? Other than Tulsa, obviously, because you went there.
You know, I like Michigan.
Jesus
I like
Christ.
Michigan.
Just answer the question.
I like
Don't
Michigan.
give like a 10-minute
I had to
pause.
think about it.
Like, they're not really your favorite team. You don't even. I could ask me my favorite team. Ask me my favorite college team.
What's your favorite college team?
The U. See how fast that was?
I had to think about it.
Adam,
Not
who's your
anymore?
favorite football team again?
I'd like the Saints.
The
I don't really
Saints.
watch college, but I was looking at NFL.com today, and they had a picture, and it said, who's going to be the best quarterback in 2013? There was a picture of Aaron Rodgers, Matthew
Maybe.
Stafford, and Michael Vick. And I say,
Not Vick.
none of the three. None of the three is what
three.
I say.
They have too many expectations.
And
Unless you take
here's what I say is
luck.
these kind of hybrid quarterbacks that run and throw,
Right.
they don't
Fantasy
last.
teams. Yeah,
They're not
fantasy.
durable. The guys who last are the smart, intelligent, the guys who know how to play the game.
Say it.
Throw the
Peyton, Drew
White
Brees, Tom
quarterbacks.
Brady.
Go ahead and say, Adam, you racist. White quarterbacks are better than black quarterbacks. That's basically what you're saying. The smarter, not so they don't run. They're not athletic. White guys.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
see Cam Newton running
I'm
as
just
much
kidding,
as I
obviously.
used to.
No,
Cam Newton is not a
what
runner
happens?
anymore.
What happens? You get licked a couple times,
And then you
You
get
see what
scared
happens to
running.
RG3? Guys,
Yeah,
his knee gets
exactly.
destroyed. Yeah.
Michael Vick
Michael Vick.
will not be a top 10 quarterback.
No,
next year.
no.
Let me
absolutely
counter
not.
you with this, though.
Absolutely
Let me
not.
counter you with this. All right, you say, oh, it's so they don't last because they get injured. But I'm pretty sure Ben Roethlisberger's not a mobile guy. He's been out for pretty much a couple seasons.
Knee injuries.
Same thing with what's his name? Matt Castle was a starter for the Patriots. Because,
Shoulder injury.
Because
Because he got sacked so many damn times because their
Right,
line
you
is
need,
atrocious.
you need to have an O-line, too.
Yeah,
Kansas
obviously.
City has an atrocious O-line.
it's just you put yourself at way more risk when you're out in open space and like some guy just has a clean shot on you. You can get cracked.
He's a pro
That's the
player,
slide.
too. He gets paid a lot of money to hit you, so.
Here's my wild card. I think the best player might possibly be Andrew Luck, the best quarterback next year.
No.
Yeah, he has a lot of good
most
talent.
value to his team.
Oh yeah,
Andrew
Sure,
Luck?
but best stats.
Tim
Best
Tebow.
stats.
No.
Tim Tebow.
No,
Tim Tebow.
Russell Westbrook.
He doesn't even have
No,
a team
I'm sorry,
yet.
Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson in
He's that
Seattle.
good.
No.
Most value to his team. They got a great defense, but
He's hot and
his
cold. He's not going to have a good year next year.
Sophomore slump.
Sophomore slump.
I think sophomore slump
It's
for
just
Russell.
the way
Absolutely.
he plays. You know, they're going to look at tape. They're going to see the way he plays.
Here's the
and-
thing about Andrew Luck, because
You know.
we're talking about Andrew Luck, right?
Yeah.
All right, Andrew Luck he watches tape too, and the thing about him, he had great stats and stuff, but the most glaring stat was he had a lot of interceptions. But he was a rookie, so he made a lot of rookie mistakes. So maybe in the offseason he'll be able to like learn from all those. Like he'll be able to like decipher the faster, like more intricate defenses this year than he did last year. But obviously you need players around you, and I don't know how many like targets he has really.
I mean, you adjust to the speed of the game because the speed at the pro level is just beyond even what college is. So
Yeah.
I think he thinks in pros, oh, I can make that throw, and then he realized, oh, I can't make that throw anymore. So he's gonna the windows that he's throwing into has got to tighten up.
So Adam, who do you think is going to be the best quarterback this year?
You know, I'm going to either say, of course, to my heart, Drew Brees, but I'm going out of left field also and saying, looking at Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton
That's
Manning.
possibility.
He's got
Hell of a
Demaryius
team around
Thomas. He's got Wes Welker,
Eric Decker.
He's got a good team behind him, and I think he's still got his whole thing is, man, I love the intelligent quarterbacks.
The guy, he's got a running game now. I mean, if you think
White
Monty Ball,
quarterbacks.
Monty Ball out of Wisconsin, all-time Big Ten leader in rushing. He's now the running back. So if they can hand the ball off, that makes them even more effective.
Well, all I know is Aaron Rodgers is the man, and that's my favorite team. And we got 2 great running backs in the draft. Hopefully, one of them pans out.
Megatron.
But do you guys believe? Do you guys believe the hype that Andrew Luck might possibly be the greatest quarterback ever? Or, not ever, but like the greatest quarterback of his generation. I mean,
No.
We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see.
Of that draft class.
Of that
so RG3, Russell Wilson, and Andrew Luck.
Oh, dang, that was a great draft class. RG3 had a great season, but he just straight up got injured a lot.
Injured,
No, he did.
Yeah, but he had a good season.
That field injured
faked
him. That field injured him. By the way, that's the worst.
It's a
field.
bad field.
It's a dirt field. It's like Compton's field.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the worst
Gets
field in
torn
football.
up.
It's not even
I'm
close.
offended by that, Gus.
No,
He's from Compton.
Compton's high school football field turns into literally a sandbox.
Is there
whenever
a
you play
phone
on it.
here? Can we get people to call in and give us their opinion?
Yeah, hold on. After the break, call on in. I'll give you guys the number. Welcome back to the Internet Review. Back to the Internet portion. What's up, fellas? You guys hear me?
What's going on?
Going on.
What's up, fellas? How's it going? Back to the Internet Review. The other day, I posted that thing on YouTube that I saw on Reddit. I guess Gus doesn't really know what Reddit is, so Adam, would you like to explain it real quick a little bit?
We can both break it down for him. Basically, what Reddit is people go on and they post interesting things on the internet, whether it's a picture or a meme, and then people either vote it up or down, and the highest voted things get to the top of the page, and so the most entertaining things are on the front page, and then you can keep going, and then Reddit is categorized in a bunch of subreddits, which has basically anything you're interested in. So,
Right.
Gus, I mean, there's like a nude male section.
Yeah.
There's a
New males, gay and curious, bi curious.
So it's like
purses.
it's like a Craigslist of the internet.
And then what's our buddy's
It's
name?
technically it's considered the front page of the internet. That's what they call themselves.
front-
What's your buddy's
page.
name? Glenn, who's coming in later.
Yeah, I think Glenn.
A lot of cats on Reddit.
Game.
Yeah, there's a lot of exactly. You know, cat memes. I bet.
I love cat memes.
I'm pretty sure Glenn's all day on the cat meme website. So hopefully he comes in. I think I just got a text saying that he's gonna come in. But
Oh, good.
He's a little bit ambiguous. He says he just like texts emoticons like a happy face with like an exclamation point. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but all right, Glenn. Hopefully I'll see you.
We're looking at Reddit right now, and I just saw that Bill Gates takes over as the world's richest man. All I have to say to that is USA.
USA. USA. Screw
that.
you, Middle East.
I thought it was Mexico.
Enjoy our
Carlos
drones.
Slim, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was the phone guy, right?
Yeah.
Man, that just shows you how much that guy was ripping off on phone bills. Obviously, if you're the richest man in a country and you're a phone guy, you're ripping
He's
people
an
off.
everything guy. He owns
Yeah.
like everything.
Yeah, man. What about Telcel in Mexico?
Yeah, that's I think what we're
Probably
talking
not
about.
the same.
Yeah, that's probably the guy, right?
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Is like he owns all our stuff, and then he's got Telcel down there. So
Anyways, Gus, stop clicking on stuff. You're confusing me and distracting me. Get off the money. I'll punch you in the throat. Anyways, Gus. Vandalay Silva versus Cain
UFC
Velasquez.
160s next weekend.
Yeah, who you got on that one? Big Jaw or Velasquez? Mexico versus Brazil.
You know, I like Velasquez just because he's a more conditioned fighter.
You have
Silva's-
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Adam, what are you talking about?
Silva's been coming out of. He's been getting some big victories lately. He's been
Yeah.
the underdog in the last few fights.
The one in Vegas. Remember that
he beat-
Vegas fight when he won? We were there in Vegas.
He beat over and
He had
knocked him out.
That was like one of the craziest combos. He just landed like a sick 1, 2, 3, 4, and he just kept bouncing like off the cage
Now,
into his fist.
Let me bring up an
crazy.
interesting point here. Is people say steroids are of course shunned out, illegal, whatever. But
guy has a
what
giant
about physical
jaw.
deformities? I mean,
Yeah, that guy's a
shouldn't he be
giant
like
jaw.
restricted because of his just massive everything?
he
Well,
just
I think
drinks
he's
deer antler spray all day.
probably look at his jaw. Like his jaw, probably like he doesn't feel punches in his jaw. He's like, what? That feels funny. I don't know what happened. Did you just slap me? That guy has a giant jaw. He's a Buzz Lightyear jaw, like Gus said earlier. How many fights have you been in, Gus? Since you know so much about fighting and the MMA game.
I'll be honest, I watch a lot of UFC. I just listen to Joe Rogan talk about fighting.
Yeah, so do I. But how many fights have you been in? You didn't answer the question.
I think the last fight I was in was a football fight in college, and it wasn't like no one-on-one fight. It was just a giant brawl, and I just jumped in the middle of it.
All right. Did you win?
I think the offense won. Does that count?
No.
The blue jerseys beat the white jerseys.
Well, that's kind of cool, actually.
Gus came through with the Luke Kane bicycle kick.
just drop kick someone.
Willie, have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah,
How many?
3.
How'd it go?
3. What's the coolest one? What's your record?
What's your record?
Probably 2 and 1.
All right, so
Even.
that means 1
I
and
don't
2.
know.
Probably. If
Yeah,
you say
right.
probably,
Oh no. If he says,
I'm
if he
thinking
says
about
2
it. I'm
and
trying to
1,
be fair.
maybe
man.
1 and 1. One of them was a draw.
was it a draw?
We can consider it a draw.
Okay, so 2
We
and
just
1.
both stopped fighting.
Let's hear your-
I got a lump on my head, and
Oh, it was
That's
it
2
was the
on
one
1.
with Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I saw the crazy Andy. All right, I just saw a crazy picture on
golf
Facebook.
ball on my face.
Yeah, he had a giant lump just on his forehead. He's like, "This is what happens when the homies fight on Xanax or whatever you were doing in Mexico." And the
We
white
drank
kids
a whole
in
case
Cabo.
of beer, like 30 Pacificos.
And then you started going body, right?
Took,
Is
yeah,
that
I
what
went to
happened?
Pharmacia, and we just, oh man, it's like white people PCP.
You
Just
just,
get so angry.
you just get at the pharmacy?
Yeah, happened to me
You
too.
can get anything, man.
Really?
I threw a full cooler at Zach Allen.
I remember you guys told me about that, and like the morning after you guys like partied, like you guys were like people were crying and people were like fighting and all
It
that
was
stuff.
terrible.
So never take a benzo and drink.
Yeah, obviously.
Ruined.
And the Mexican ones, you're taking me. I don't feel it yet.
Yeah.
I don't feel it yet.
And then all of a sudden,
It hits you?
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
the real
morning.
deal Holyfield. You're done, man.
You know, I'm proud to say, I'm not scared to say that I've never been in a street fight. I've done some boxing, some just
Right.
some, but I've never actually had to fight anyone, and
Really?
I don't feel bad about that.
no, that means you know how to talk your way out of things. Like the only fights I've ever been into were like ones where like obviously I got punched, so I have to punch back and fight
Sure.
back. So
Sure.
like other than that, like I fought a Samoan and I won, so I'm pretty stoked on that.
It's just that got a lot to live up to when you're a Samoan.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
but
it's
this
like
guy,
it's like at the the basketball court at the park, you know.
I didn't know he was. That's where it happened. Like
Yeah.
it was at a basketball court, and I had to take and we were playing jungle ball, which is if you have the ball, you're allowed to get punched and like
Full contact?
yeah. So like, I was leaving. I was like, all right, I gotta go, and like somebody punched me, so I pushed. I was like, I'm done, dude. And then like his homie just out of nowhere like punched me right in the eye.
And
So I had to
somebody
fight.
ran up with a smartphone and was like, World Star!
Yeah. This was before. This was like straight up. This was like straight Friday. So it was like the whole neighborhood went outside and started watching me fight like these two like younger Mexican kids and their Samoan friend. Like,
So it was 3-on-1?
yeah, so like I flipped, like one of them
This
jumped
good.
on my back and I flipped him over like my shoulder, like, and he like ran off and like I pushed the other little Mexican guy, and then like I had to focus on the Samoan because come on, he's Samoan. I was in 10th grade at the time. This is in North Long Beach. So like he swung and like I juked it and I kind of like grabbed both of his wrists, and then I just straight up offensive lineman and like got him to the ground. His head like hit the curb, and like I just straight up gave him like a couple like solid elbows.
That sounds like MMA.
The ground and pound?
Yeah, but then like I got up and I was like pissed off. I was like you know, like I was like crying. I was like, God, what the heck? What's your problem?
Why are
dude?"
you fighting?
Yeah. And then like I walked off, and then like eventually like he just kept talking shit. I was like, fuck you, dog. And like he just kept walking away, and then that was that, dude. That was my first fight with the Samoan. What was what was the fight you lost?
I put my girlfriend in an armbar and she kicked me in the nuts.
Oh, dude. There you go.
We all lose that fight.
We all lose that. I don't think anyone's gonna win that fight, but
Nah.
that's yeah.
So when you try to like, horse around, and it's
Put
like,
your girlfriend in an
oh
arm.
yeah, I've been watching this.
You got
Oh
socked.
man,
Wait, no,
lights out.
you got into it like, all right. What was the draw? Why can you consider that a win or a loss?
Because it wasn't, it was like, hey, come here. She's like, what are you doing? Get off me.
Oh,
Hey,
was it fight
ow!
with a girl again?
Yeah.
So the
No, it's
girl
the same fight.
fights with girls don't count.
Why not? It's a fight.
No, because you could
It's a
honestly,
conflict.
They're strong.
nah. Unless you fight Ronda Rousey or someone that's like her, like there's no. Oh yeah, Cyborg doesn't count. She's actually a dude. Well, was a dude.
Or
No, on steroids, which is basically the same
I think
thing.
her Adam's apple like
Ellen
screw with you.
DeGeneres.
What about Ellen DeGeneres? She can
She
dance.
could probably fight you.
I'll beat the crap out of that DeGeneres and her crappy dancing.
Who would you rather
I don't
fight,
think
Ellen
that's cute.
DeGeneres or Oprah?
I'd rather fight Ellen DeGeneres because Oprah's an X Factor. She's black, dude.
Oh,
No, he's
Oprah's
trying to
from
knock up
she's from
Oprah.
Chicago. She's
Yeah,
from a
get
mean
Oprah
street
yeah,
knocked
dude,
Chicago.
out.
exactly.
Oprah can. I think
She'll
Oprah
stab
can bang.
you.
I think
Oprah
can
will
bang.
stab you.
Oprah's untouchable, man. You
Yeah.
can't get to Oprah.
Yeah, you can't mess with her. Like she has so many like bodyguards. At least like with Ellen DeGeneres, you got a chance. You're just a replacement, Oprah. You're just Oprah's replacement. But who like TV personalities? Who would you rather fight, The Rock or Hulk Hogan? Not
Oh, Hulk
today, like
Hogan.
in their prime.
Hulk
though.
Hogan, absolutely.
In
He
their
can't fight.
prime?
Yeah, in their prime.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, the Samoan factor.
Now, I got a good question for you too about TV personalities. Who, if you can get in a fight, if you choose anyone on TV, who are you going to get in a fight
Bayless.
Oh,
Skip
that's
Bayless,
so
that's a
good.
good one.
Oh, that's so good.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top's
really
a tough
a
one, man.
TV
That's
personality,
a
though.
tough fight.
Doesn't Carrot Top do MMA? Or
Why? Why would you not? Why would
He has
he's buff
implant
now though?
shoulders or
He'll
whatever.
fight.
Does he?
you.
Is that what it is?
He has
Yeah, he's
implant
fake.
calves.
What about you,
Oh,
Gus? Who
fake.
did you
He's the
pick?
Johnny Drama.
Yeah, he's for real, man.
Who'd you pick, Gus? Who would you fight?
I'd probably fight. Oh, I'd fight Jeremy Roenick. I'd probably lose, but I'd fight him.
Who's
Who
Jeremy
is
Roenick?
Jeremy
He's the former NHL enforcer. He does.
All right, so you get your,
commentary.
you get
I'd get
worked.
killed.
You
I'd
get
get worked. I'd get
Yeah.
worked. Yeah.
Somebody you think you could actually beat? Because I can beat Skip Bayless, no doubt.
Go to Adam because I didn't think about this.
Adam, who would you fight? Did
I'm
give
taking
us-
I'm taking out George Costanza just because. Just because it's hilarious.
Can't stand you.
Just because, first of all, it's a fight I know I could win.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's just great TV.
Can't stand you. Just fight him.
Him or Larry David?
Larry David would be a good
Either
one.
one.
I wouldn't want to fight Larry David
Larry
though.
David.
That fool's a genius.
Yeah.
Just like Oprah, he probably has a good amount of body. I doubt it. He seems like a guy that walks around
I
without
want to fight
bodyguards.
Flo from the Progressive.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I think everyone does.
God, she looks like a clown,
annoying.
like freak. I don't even know what her.
Well, the thing is, like, she has to be successful, and they should be making money off of her because they still have her around. Like, if she wasn't making that company money, like, they would have canned her a long time ago.
Who would
Flo's
you
making
rather
bank.
fight, one Shaq or 100 Little Waynes?
I'd rather fight
One
100
Shaq.
Lil Wayne.
I'd rather fight one Shaq.
I think Lil Wayne's
100
just
Lil
crush him.
Waynes.
They'd be all thizzed out anyways. Just crush thizzed out Lil Waynes. Lil Waynes.
You know, I got some interesting internet news since we're talking about the internet here now.
All right, what's
Does
up?
everyone remember Antoine Dodson?
Yeah.
The
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
hide your kids, hide your wife. They're doing everything, you know, everyone out here. Well, guess what? Now he is turned full. He's renounced his homosexuality completely.
Nice, good for him.
He was fabulous before, by the way. He wasn't
like
just a
the-
regular
not that
homo.
there's
Like, he
anything
was
wrong
he
with
was
that.
fabulous.
Very out.
He was cool.
For Israel. He's a full Hebrew now.
Oh, okay, there you go. That's horrible. See, that's so dumb.
And preaching. What is it?
He's not is he a rabbi or is he trying to be a rabbi?
He just adopted a.
He's Jewish, right? He's
I guess so. I mean, it's the biggest. I think he's trying to just extend his 15 minutes. But I mean, this guy was fabulous. I mean,
He was flamboyant. Yeah, he was. He was Jonathan Allen if he was out of the closet, essentially.
Oh, there's the crack.
wearing a yarmulke.
I bet a lot of people get that reference. out there.
That's a crackback.
Everybody, all the homies. He was just this dude that was in a glass closet that we knew growing up. That's who Jonathan Allen was. But
Anyway,
on the internet, talk about the internet again. You guys hear about that alien guy, the alien human thing that
No, what is it?
came out? Well, I'd have to find it. But it was like, you know, the Men in Black alien?
sure.
You got alien
The,
living in a
the
person?
little guy that was inside the human's
Yeah,
head.
just living in the head,
Like
yeah.
apparently, like they found like this mummified like little alien that looks exactly like that in Africa, and apparently it is a human.
An aborted fetus.
Yeah.
Something, dude. It's something weird. It might have been, but oh, what about that Kai guy? Did you guys see this guy?
Oh, the guy. Wham, bam, bam.
Yeah, we'll probably have to play this clip.
So
'cause
this kind of, I guess, traveler, homeless guy.
I don't know what he is, but we're
He
gonna
gets
play
picked
it.
up. He gets,
Oh yeah.
He gets,
I hit him with the hatchet, bro. Smash, 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 smash.
All right, so
So good.
up next is the Kai. Let's see if we can play it right now. Nope. All right, hold on.
People were giving him like styrofoam plates of food.
Here we go, people.
On YouTube, he even appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel
Oh,
show
something
to
happened to
talk about
him.
what happened.
Now this homeless hitchhiker is wanted for murder in the beating death of a man in Clark, New Jersey. Eyewitness News reporter Phil Lipoff broke the story today at noon. He's live right now in Elizabeth with more. Phil?
Well, as you mentioned, this is a bizarre twist to this story. We were able to report exclusively at noon that the prosecutor here in Union County had a suspect in the murder of this popular attorney. He is known on the internet as Kai, the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker. About 4 million people saw the interview he gave to a news station out in Fresno after he saved a man's life there in California. Now he's accused of taking a man's life here in New Jersey. He's known on the internet as Kai the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker. His real name, though, is Caleb McGilvery. He's 24 and wanted now for the murder of well-known attorney Joe Galfi. Galfi was found dead Monday in his Clark home.
He had his underwear on, he had socks on. He was beaten severely.
The Union County prosecutor has been tracking Kai for days. The day after the murder, Kai took this picture, his long hair cut off. He posted this to his Facebook page. What would you do if you woke up with a groggy head, metallic taste in your mouth, in a stranger's house? What would you do? In that same post, he details a sexual encounter far too graphic for us to air.
They're sexual in nature, and they were made by Mr. McGilvery following the homicide.
Police know that Galfi drove into New York City to pick Kai up last Saturday. They know he spent that night and Sunday night at Galfi's home. They know he then traveled to Asbury Park in Philadelphia, but they've lost track of him now, a man famous on YouTube for this.
Like a guy that big can snap a woman's neck like a pencil stick. So I ran up behind him with a hatchet, smash, smash, smash.
This viral YouTube video of Kai describing how he saved two people's lives from a deranged man out in Fresno, California back in February. Kai stopped an attack on a man and a woman by beating back the attacker with a hatchet he kept in his duffel bag. He testified in court. Even Jimmy Kimmel had him on.
You've become very famous now from YouTube, haven't you? I mean, people are recognizing you?
Yeah.
What do people say to you when they see you?
They say, hey, you're Kai. You're that dude with the hatchet. I'm like, not anymore. They took it from me.
Still no word on a motive or if Kai is still carrying a hatchet. And that's the big problem. The prosecutor says this man is considered armed and very dangerous. They don't know where he is. They think he may be headed south somewhere to Georgia. We've got some information that indicates he might be headed to Canada. The problem is they don't know, so they're asking the public for help. We've put a number up at 7 Online for you to call if you perhaps know where this Kai might be. There is a $5,000 reward for information leading to his whereabouts. Much more tonight coming up at 6. For now, we're live in Elizabeth. Phil Lipoff, Channel 7 Eyewitness.
Welcome back to the Internet Review. That was crazy. I did not expect that.
Nope.
I thought that was going to be the actual video again. So apparently Kai's a murderer. Well, now he murdered someone that wasn't suspect in murder. So, yeah.
Allegedly killed.
So internet celebrity named suspect in Clark County murder. That's crazy, man. That guy was like a hero. He got to deal with, what's his name's, Ryan Seacrest's company that does what's it called, the reality shows. You know how he like produces the Kardashians and all that stuff. He offered Kai a reality show and like a deal, but I don't know whatever happened with that because you know a lot of people get deals and it never goes through. They never become popular. Smash. Jeez, imagine like the whole time like this is the guy from the internet. He's killing me. Like Kai's killing me. I wonder how he did it.
With the hatchet.
With the hatchet. That's creepy.
You think he had that?
Dude, what if he like became like a movie like serial killer type guy that just kills like innocent people with a hatchet?
I think he just started to come down on whatever drugs he was doing. He was just like, bro, get off me, man.
Well, yeah, dude, when you have a tattoo on your face like he had, like, and he cut all his hair, like that dude is on crazy stuff. Yeah. Obviously, he didn't like walking around. He was talking about like hanging out in orchards and all that stuff. Drugs aren't good, man. That's my life motto. What's your life motto, Gus?
Always positive.
Stay posy. What's up with your life motto? If you lose the battle, don't lose the lesson. Is that yours, Adam?
I don't.
You gotta have a good motto. Just come off the top of your head. Hey, hey. Yeah. Smoke weed every day. What about you, Willie?
A body at rest will stay at rest, and a body emotion will stay in.
No, that's not a
right.
Just keep going, bro.
Just keep going, bro. YOLO.
So I just found out about a megabus thing. Just talking to Willie here.
Yeah, it's
$20
a big thing on the
to
internet.
San Francisco.
Yep.
And you say it's nicer than Greyhound.
Nicer than Greyhound.
But how do they make
free Wi-Fi? Your own little electric thing at the plug in your laptop.
12 hours to get there?
No.
To where, Frisco? 6
hours.
It goes straight, no stops.
One stop in Kettleman City or Kettle City. Or
just
something.
to gas up or something?
Yeah.
You could go anywhere on those
stop
things.
and you can grab like some water and take a piss or
Cool.
a bathroom, whatever.
You can go anywhere with that thing, dude. Like that. Like
Do
they
do
say,
Ve-
like they
Vegas
go
trips?
cross. Yeah, they
go to
cross country.
megabus.com.
They're on Facebook and all that stuff.
The more you plan it in advance, you know,
Cheaper it is.
Yeah,
That's
Megabus.
incredible.
Definitely
You
check
can get
it
out
out.
to Vegas for $15
Oof.
right now because I was looking at it. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's a pretty funny meme.
Pinch
All
some
right.
pennies.
Destructive weather is God's wrath? Question mark. There
must be a lot of gay aliens on Jupiter because they have like that storm on Jupiter.
It's always a storm.
That's that giant storm that's like 10,000 or something like that years old that won't ever stop because it comes from the sun. It doesn't come from the sun. Jupiter's crazy. It has 3 moons. There's probably life on one of the moons.
There's something.
So?
There's something.
You think so? I think there's definitely life. You know how there's
In
like
our
geothermal vents in like our Earth, like how like they don't need the sun to live. Like we have creatures in our oceans that do not need the sun at all.
Didn't the Mars rover bring back some water they found?
Yeah. But the thing is, there's that whole. It's Europa. It's made out of ice, and like it's 6 miles of ice, and then after that, it turns into like obviously it's underground. Under that ice, it's liquid water.
Wouldn't there be organisms in the ice or in the
I think
water?
there might be some worms or something, but I think there's definitely like some
worms.
hydrothermic. So, who knows? Ice worms. There's ice worms, dude. We don't know anything.
It's fascinating.
It's
There's
a possibility.
worms in tequila.
There's worms in tequila. Yeah, dude. So there could be worms in ice in Jupiter's moon. Who knows?
There's enough aliens here on Earth, man, and I'm talking about humans. There's some weird people out there.
No, it's not even weird people, weird animals. Look at a killer whale. It's a giant thing that eats sharks.
Have you seen the video?
Like,
of the
it's a
orca eats
mammal.
the kid?
Oh no! Did he just like swallow him or something?
It's weird, man. This kid goes like knee deep in water. He's like waving back at the camera, and this orca just comes up, and knocks him down, chomp.
Oh my god!
Was it a show orchid or a wild orchid?
It was in the
It was
beach.
like at SeaWorld, or was it just a beach?
No, like a wild. Like you can see him. He's
That's
down on this
crazy,
rock front. Like
wow.
Because if you look at an orca's teeth, killer whale's teeth, like they got like chomper teeth. There's not even sharp teeth. They got like those. They have like jaws like the whole time, just like grind you
if
up.
you get a chance, you should look that up. It's pretty.
Yeah, I'll punch an orca in the face, man.
I don't think you'd have
Don't
time.
bite me.
That's a big
I mean, it
whale.
happened so sudden to
chew
this
him out.
kid. Like I can't even believe it.
Well, I'm just saying on land though. If he came onto my land, he's screwed. But if I was in the water, he'd probably win. I'd give him a chance.
Give him a puncher's chance in the water?
Just a slugger's chance, a finner's chance.
It'd be a draw.
It'd be a draw, obviously.
He tried to bite those.
Here's what I would do. I'd just stand my ground and just put my hand out and say halt, because they just understand. Like,
No,
I'll
he'd just
alpha male
gulp
him.
you up like Pinocchio, and you'd be living inside him, trying to figure a way to get out.
All right, let's just go to break right now so the CD doesn't run out, and after that we'll just do some. Oh, actually, I think Glenn.
You're again.
Yeah.
Is Glenn
Oh, dude,
by?
Glenn just hit me up. Yeah, I think Glenn's outside, so I have to
Good.
go grab him. Willie, I think you're gonna have to make room since you're the least like capable person here, and like we're gonna have to go outside and take care of things. You're gonna have to. Oh, actually, what I need you to do is go wash my car. Appreciate that.
Wash your car.
Yeah.
Where do I find a hose around here?
I have no idea. Figure it out. I'm sure you're smart enough.
Wash your car.
I know that'd be so messed up if I actually made you do it, or it'd be so messed
I'm
up if you actually
Mexican
did
asking
it.
a white person to wash the
Oh,
car.
Jesus.
Something's wrong with that.
Yeah, the views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of staff for management of KCTY.org. All right, Gus, let's press number 3. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Internet Review. DJ Ramos, a.k.a. Jose Medina, a.k.a. Truth with 2 Fs. Joining us today, my neighbor, cat aficionado, Mr. Glenn Jones. Mr. Glenn, how are you today? I'm doing well, man. Thanks for coming by. Glenn's been my neighbor for how long now?
I don't know, what, 7 months?
7 months.
Since you moved in?
Yeah, and then I don't know you that well. I just know you have a lot of cats. You have a lot of fun cats. You're a single guy, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been single?
My whole life. Well, actually, I dated a girl at the library. She dumped me.
Yeah, I've never seen you with a girl, but we'll save that for later.
How many cats do you have?
6.
6 cats. What kind of cats are they?
Got a tabby, a Maine Coon, a Blue Russian, yellow one.
What's the bald one? The Siamese? That one? I think that
I
one has
just
like...
shave him.
Oh, okay, cool. You just shave him. Well, I think you're shaving him wrong
hot.
because he has like a rash or something. Is that... Oh, it's because he's hot. He has like a weird rash.
Well, I went against the grain, so
so
it's kind of like razor burn.
And then that other cat, the white cat with like the puffy white cat with the eye. What's wrong with the weird eyeball? He's like puffy.
Oh, that's
like,
Mr. Pink.
Mr.
He
Pink.
got
He has
eye
his
infection?
eye. Really? Yeah, dude.
I never clean him.
Why not? You should check his eye out. It's
Because it builds his immune system.
Really? That's a good idea, I guess. So how old is he?
16.
He looks old, yeah. So you're still trying to build his immune system at 16. That's pretty
No,
smart.
he's dying, so...
That's old for
Gus,
a
how
cat.
many cats did you have growing
I had
up?
at 1.3 cats. My family had 3
1.3 cats.
And now we're down to 1.
I thought you said 1.3 cats. I was like,
What
how's that work?
You know, I just kind of cut one up and started dragging it along.
You're like missing a leg and an eyeball.
I tried to clone one.
How'd that go?
Didn't work.
Why not?
How'd you try? How'd you try to clone him? What'd you do?
I used
What's the process?
cloning gel.
Cloning gel?
Yeah, I cut his tail off like a lizard because I thought it would grow, and I put it in clone gel. And I thought I'd get kitty, and nothing happened.
Dang, man.
Just smell.
Dude, your cats get. I have to say, speaking of smell, do you have a litter box, or I just see that your cats just walk around everything and crap and eat whatever they want?
Yeah, they have a box. We have one community box in the household. They all share.
But you don't clean it though, do you?
Yeah, I go to the beach and I get new sand.
Dude, your house smells like crap. What's wrong with your house? And then I got the neighbor.
Oh, well, give him a break. Give him a break.
Dude, this.
Look,
sorry.
I'm doing everything I can, okay?
I'm sorry, but.
For a 36-year-old man, I'm doing everything I can.
You don't live next to this guy. That's the thing.
Glenn, let's just give us a walkthrough of your everyday life. We start when you wake up.
I wake up, I put my sweatpants on, I get a bottle. What? I get my 2% milk out. I get my bowl of Golden Grams. I turn on cartoons, usually till Maury comes on. Then I check my mail, and then.
When do you feed your cats? You don't feed your cats, or they just eat? Oh yeah, you just leave your food all over the place.
They eat my leftovers. They eat Friskers. They like Friskers.
And you just have it like just strewn about.
So how are you supporting all these cats? I mean, what do you? Where,
I know. I never see you work. What do you do for a living?
I just go down to the office and
the welfare center.
Yeah, I get GR. You know.
Those Obama bucks, huh?
Yeah,
Obama
nice.
bucks.
Obamacare. Barack Hussein.
Yeah, okay, it only cost like $26
to
to feed like 6 kitties a week, so I get the rest of the money. Sometimes they eat what I eat.
I've seen you eat cat food, haven't you? Or was that
fish,
something
I get
else?
fish stick. Oh, Gordon's fish sticks. That kitty love it.
Kitties. Which one would you say you have a favorite cat?
Ted.
Ted? How old is he? Which one is he?
He is 4.
Which one is he?
He's the guy I found. He's kind of ginger. I found him in the alley. He was digging some trash. Hey, Ted. I just called him Ted right off the bat. You know, hey, what are you doing in there, you silly little goose?
Is that the one with the limp?
No.
No, which one's the one with the limp?
That's Nina.
Nina? Yeah. Nina's gross.
Nina got hit by a car.
Oh,
and one time I stepped on her getting out of the shower.
She was just sitting there by the shower?
I tried to put her in the shower because Jose was complaining about the smell. So it went south, we could say.
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for that cat, poor little guy or girl, whatever it is. So, Glenn, I don't really know much about you. Like, what's your family like? Like, where'd you grow up?
I'm from Pensacola, Florida. We used to watch a lot of movies when they were on VHS. Do you guys remember VHS?
Yeah, VHS.
Yeah.
I remember cassettes too. Well, did you have cats growing up, or?
Yeah, that's how I got into cats. I would find them occasionally and just bring them home. Look, Mama got a cat. Get rid of that thing, Glenn. Can't have it here. So I give them to my friend Tyler and Tyler's mom, or actually the grandma and his mom. His mom was only like 26 or something at the time.
That's cool. Was she hot?
What's that?
His mom.
His
What's
mom hot?
Oh yeah. Do you think girls are hot?
What do you mean hot? Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful is the word.
Because I've never really seen you.
But I don't see women as beautiful. I see them as just people with hair.
Okay, so what's your dating life like? Are you do?
The kitties are soft. You know, you can be passionate with the kitty.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the cats anymore. I'm trying to like, what's your dating life like? Do you have a girlfriend or? Oh no, you're single, but. I never see you like go out.
I have so much time with my cats.
Yeah, I only see you inside your house. I never see you leave your house except for maybe go to like the grocery store, get some kitty food and some milk. But what else?
No, I buy cereal.
You buy cereal?
Fish stick.
Me and Glenn have been having a conversation about your first experience with a lady. And, can you just finish that conversation on the other?
Yeah, well, I met a girl at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And she brought me the what were those delicious the quick baked potato thing.
Crab cakes?
Crab cakes,
yeah. Crab cakes.
Yeah, they don't have them. They discontinued them, unfortunately.
Really?
But anyway, she was a lovely gal, and she brought me a crab cakes, and I said, I noticed your blouse is ripped. you've been eating a lot of these crab cakes, right? And she said, excuse me. And I said, I beg your pardon for the rude approach, but would you mind having dinner with me and my kitty sometime? She said, your kitty? I said, yeah, it's cheaper to eat at home. Usually get this to go. Would you be interested, Chili's to go sometime?
Chili's to go. There you go, man. You seem to be quite the ladies' man. See, I
just
picked it all
friendly.
wrong.
I'm just
okay.
friendly.
So you didn't end up going on a date with her? Did you go on a date, or was it more like a
each
friend
other
hanging out?
crab cakes?
Yeah, she
Did you
put
ever
one in
seal
my
the
mouth.
deal? Did you
What?
seal the deal, or did you end up going
Seal
out
what
with
deal?
her?
I didn't deal or anything.
Deal or anything? Did you have sex with her? Is what I'm asking.
Sex?
Yeah. No.
I'm a male.
Yeah, and she was a female.
So? What, we can't have dinner together?
Okay, I guess not. So you just hung out with your cats. Alright, so you just hang out with your cats, you go on dates with platonic girlfriends.
What do you mean platonic? She was real.
Platonic means that you have no intentions of going out with her, it's just friends. That's what platonic means. So you get too defensive, Glenn. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to figure out what's up with your life. Do you have any siblings? That's a good question. What are their names?
My brother Stan, he lives in Gary, Indiana. And Clyde, he lives in Boise, Idaho.
And they're both last names Jones, or same parents and all that?
No, one's Finkelstein, because I'm a half-brother of his.
Okay.
And that's Gary. Or Clyde. You're confusing me.
Yeah, well, here's the question. I understand you have a funny accent. Where are you from? Are you
It's a speech impediment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, have you had that for your whole life?
My mom was holding me, and I bit my tongue while I was growing my teeth, and then pulled my tongue out of my teeth for like 3 days. So I got a bad infection, and it was like a staph infection in my throat.
Okay, so it's not like a mental thing. It's just you bit your tongue.
Yeah, and my teeth were stuck.
No, I'm sitting
And
right
my
here next to Glenn. He's all there. He just kind of talks a little funny.
Okay,
he was actually telling me how he.
You just love kitties so much, and you're all about your kitty side. I just was wondering. He was a little off. No offense, but you just love kitties.
No, my kitty. I don't care about yours.
How long? I don't have a cat, man. Apparently,
if you did, I wouldn't care.
Okay,
don't tell me about your cat.
Sorry.
And Glenn, tell everyone about your second language. How you're telling me you speak to your cats, and you apparently understand them as well.
Yeah, just go. Hey, Mr. Pink, how you doing today? He goes, meow. Okay, Mr. Pink. And then we go, meow. Mr. Pink, tells me a few more things, and we watch Jeopardy.
You have a lot of conversations with your cats.
Who wins when you play Jeopardy with the kitties?
It's a team effort against Alex Trebek, because he has that answer to everything. So I'm like, Mr. Pink, Clyde, what are we gonna do tonight?
I feel like everyone hates Alex.
Well, it's because he acts like he knows all the answers. Like, no, you have the answers.
Is it because he just acts like, oh, I know everything?
Yeah, he has them on the printing card. Well, now he has them on like a digital screen.
Yeah, like an iPad or something like that.
Oh, by the way,
now that you got your iPad finally, I always see you're my friend on Facebook. You post pictures of like your kitties and like funny costumes, and you're in costumes
started
too.
Instagram actually.
Nice. Yeah, so like I saw one where like you were like your kitty was a cop with the little cop hat, and you were wearing like the striped shirt, and you were like behind bars.
Oh yeah, we were playing good guy, bad guy, good cop, bad cops.
How many? So do you think you're gonna ever get more cats, or I see like isn't one of them like pregnant?
No. I thought Nina was pregnant, but she has a stomach tumor.
A stomach ulcer.
Ulcer. There you go. Yeah.
That's worse than I thought. All right. At least we might have one less cat and not a bunch of other cats. No offense.
If you want, I'll give one to you.
Oh no, thank you. I don't want those cats.
I find kitties all the time.
Yeah, but they all have like problems. Like one of them has mange, the other one has a limp, the other one has a puffy eye.
No, he has ticks.
Okay, not.
That's much
mange.
better, by the way.
It's not mange, it's ticks. I'm sorry. But what? Oh, that's why you shaved them, because you had ticks.
Yeah.
But then,
But now he has razor burn.
Well, no, it's because you used Nair. Didn't you give him Nair bath?
No, I used like the dollar razors from Rite Aid.
Oh. Went against the grain.
On a completely unrelated topic, Jose, to answer your question, I would fight Alex Trebek.
Oh yeah, that's a good fight.
Thank you.
Hey, Gus, how many you have cats? How many have you had your whole life?
3.
3 cats.
3 cats.
I consider you and Glenn brethren. Like you guys, when it comes to cats, I'm no offense.
Okay.
I hate cats, dude.
That's all right. Cats aren't for everyone.
I don't like cats.
Cats are not for everyone.
They're
completely understandable.
They walk in their own poop and they crawl all over your furniture. And
the pharaohs were cats.
Yeah. Well,
you're a cat.
They had greyhounds too to catch rabbits because they actually did something. Because greyhounds were useful and cats were just there to hang out.
Can you scratch a pole and jump a fence at the same time? No?
Yeah, I think so. If I grow out my fingernails long enough. What were you about to say, Adam Evans?
No, I was thinking about Glenn can just, we hear a lot about his cats, and he can maybe join us for some more conversation. I have kind of an opinion here. I want to see what you guys think.
All right.
I completely agree that if you are, physically, you broke your foot or something, you should get in front of the line at the Disneyland rides. But as far as, being completely overweight, should you get a benefit for that?
Well, you heard about the people who were the rich families that were paying for mentally handicapped.
This is where it's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on it?
Refresh me with that.
So, apparently at Disney World in Florida, because of course it's Florida.
Yeah.
They a couple rich families they paid for a mentally handicapped kind of tour guide.
Okay.
And they used that because the tour guide just to show around Disney World.
Right.
They said, "Hey,
was it mentally or physically?
Mentally.
Sure?
Yeah. Mentally handicapped.
All right. Keep going.
Because they fed it as he's the tour guide. And so since he was mentally handicapped, they let him to the front because Disney World's policy is mentally handicapped or physically handicapped.
Now, but is being that big physically handicapped?
Is being big?
Well, the thing is, no, not to be.
Well, you have to pay for
chubby.
You pay for 2 plane seats.
The thing is, like, it's messed up because you see all these people. Like, if you ever go to Disneyland, you see all these people that are overweight on those little scooters, and they get to go to the front of the line, so they have an incentive to be fat. It's like, I'm not gonna lie though. If I could get a chair, I'd always get a chair, get in front of the ride. What about you, Glenn? I actually do remember you had like that overweight girl come over that one time. Do you ever see her? Do you ever take her to Disneyland and ride a scooter?
No, I'll go by myself because it's so pricey.
Are you allowed to take cats to Disneyland?
No.
They never have a date. You wish though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks sad when I mentioned that. You're not allowed to take your kitties.
I can't take them really anywhere.
I know it's sad that like how I've never seen you leave your house. Like whenever I do see you leave your house,
I tried to picnic at the park and y'all went off in their own direction. I had to
catch them all back.
Yeah, put them in a backpack and leave.
But it's also Mickey Mouse. I mean, your cats might eat the mouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like mice.
Yeah, there's a gang of mice in your house though.
He's a mouse that can talk.
MICKEY.
I'd like to hang out with Mickey sometime.
So would I. Who wouldn't be? So apparently, here's the story. The filthy rich families hired disabled tour guides. So they hired him just so they could get to the front of the line.
Yes.
Is the thing?
Yes, that is exactly.
Wow, if they're so rich, why can't they get one of those guys that, like, with that, you can also get to the front of the line? Because they have that.
And just for the record, nowhere does it say mentally handicapped. It says handicapped.
Yeah, handicapped.
Maybe I just assumed it was mental handicap.
Yeah, stop being rude, Gus. Stop making assumptions. This is radio, man. People listen to this. All 5 people. Hey, people. Hey, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
Shout out. Yeah, but this is gross. The article claims the wealthy Manhattan mommy and daddies paid disabled people to pose as family members. Oh, snap. So it's not even a tour guide. They just get a handicapped person to get it.
$310 to $380 per hour.
Wow.
Can I
I'll
do
just
that?
add
That's a lot of cat. That's a lot of cat food, Glenn.
Glenn, don't you have like a little like placard, a handicapped placard on your car?
Yeah, they gave me that to DMV. They thought I was like mentally disabled, but
just rolled with it, right?
Yeah,
Screw
it's free parking. Why not?
Yeah, might as well. Go ahead.
I'll be honest. I probably would act for $300. I probably would act mentally handicapped for.
Well, to get in front
it's
of
not
the
mentally handicapped. Why not just act physically handicapped?
Just act like you have a limp. That's
Come
why
on.
I've done that before.
Hasn't everyone done that?
I've done that. I did that with Robert and
just kept your boot.
Kyle.
Yeah, the boot.
Get
Kept
the
your
boot.
Yeah,
and then
why
just-
not?
Or just keep an old cast. But I don't know, man. That's kind of rude to kind of exploit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely exploitation.
Well, no. If it's a guy that has a broken leg, though, how is that exploitation, though? That's just a guy who's like, heck yeah, I'll make a quick $380. I was just going to sit at my house anyways.
Or even different, even like a guy with no legs.
Yeah, whoever it is, I'd make.
He just loves Disneyland.
When life gives you lemons, when life gives you no legs, make a lemonade, man.
I'm
That's
sure
all
the
I've
rich families would buy you food, maybe a Mickey Mouse ear hat.
I like how there's like the rich family. It doesn't matter what family you are. You're hiring a mentally or physically disabled guy to get to the front of the line. Do it old school way, like all us humans pretend you're hurt. Yeah.
It was a physical handicap, not a mental handicap.
There you go.
Just
So, Gus, you're completely wrong.
You know what? I was close.
Great job,
again.
Adam,
You know
for
what?
calling him out. That's why I love the internet.
I was close.
The internet's great because people like Gus can BS their way, not through life anymore because we'll just Google it.
This seems like terrible.
I Googled it myself.
I know. You're the one that like corrected yourself. Oh, make sure I'm right.
No,
actually, you're wrong,
I'm
guys.
wrong. I called myself out, although Adam called me out first.
Thanks a lot, Adam. I love that.
God, I hate you,
Calling
Adam.
Gus out
Just
all
here
day.
to keep everyone straight.
God. You're like Fox News.
Adam,
No,
yeah,
I'm not.
right.
Another lie.
You're like Fox News, white and racist.
You're like CNN without the Anderson Cooper.
You're the Wolf Blitzer of KCTY.
Adam, you
Yes,
have a
sir.
funny story of when you got punched by a girl. What happened? We were drunk, and then like some stupid.
wanna hear this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Oh, what
terrible.
happened? Let's hear
In
this.
fact, Jose, you were there. So
Yeah, I was
you know,
there.
You put me on the spot here, but
that's why.
so me and
Howard Stern
Jose,
status.
me and Jose are taking strikeouts on 4th of July, and if you look up what strikeouts are, it involves alcohol and other substances.
I am unaware of what that is.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say it here on the radio. Anyways,
You're allowed to.
Regardless, we were a little bit tipsy. So what I do, I'm getting in a confrontation. You know, I'm basically done. I get in a confrontation with my friend. I drop my sunglasses and I blame my friend Zach. And,
Right.
And Zach's saying no, I'm not doing it. So this girl gets between us, who is also hammered.
Yeah, and we know her, so.
Yeah, so unknowingly to myself, I just was in the middle of something with someone else, and I gently pushed her to the ground.
Right.
With my forearm.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't strike her. She just got in between
right.
two people talking.
We were,
she was
we were
everyone-
all
yeah.
drunk, and she kind of fell
Her
over.
friend, who happens to
Have a
be let's call her a feminist.
She has a tattoo on her in the inside of her lip that says "tough."
What is this, Blade 2?
She's
Anyone? No,
No.
nothing.
She comes up and punches me in the face.
And he starts
Yeah.
bleeding, and then
He
Adam's
starts
like,
bleeding,
"Screw
and
this,"
I
and
was-
he walks away.
I know, you know
Adam,
what
you
I
are
said.
you are the
looked
man
down
for
at her,
that, by the way.
I looked down and I said, you know, you're lucky to go around. But also, I was like now in the middle of a circle because
Yeah.
everyone kind of get that ooh sort of thing.
You-
Not one of my proudest moments.
No, you walked away. You did the right thing.
No, that was actually
you did the right thing.
because you were
Good
you were
job.
out of it. Like a lesser man would have elbowed her in the face, like me. I don't know.
Jose.
You would, but you want to find out what a strikeout is here? You want to?
All right,
I just looked it up on Urban
Here,
Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary, read it. A strikeout is possibly one of the most brilliant and best ways to get totally inebriated. The person in question must have a fully loaded bong, a shot of his or her favorite liquor, and a pint of his or her favorite beer. The person in question lights a bowl, takes a nice long bong hit, then puts the bong down. While holding the weed smoke in, the person proceeds to take a shot of liquor back and then chugs the beer back. After they finish the beer, they exhale the weed smoke. And then we did like 5 or 6 of those.
That makes no sense.
This was high school.
Yeah, it does.
No, how does the smoke? No, well, I guess
You inhale it and you hold it in, and then while you're like, don't exhale it and then drink.
stays
I
in
feel
the
like
brain.
as you're swallowing like the liquid, it's not.
No,
it's
it
just the smoke
Just-
would go away.
No, it just stays in your lungs and then you drink. But then here's a guy one. Man, what a sick party last night, eh? You'll be guy 2.
Yeah, man. To see us doing those strikeouts, it was so sick.
Dude, I was doing them with you. They must have effed you up on belief.
Hells yeah.
And that was a strikeout. Urban Dictionary.
Strikeout.
Dude, let's do strikeouts tonight.
I'm not sure if
I'm
I
sure you
can
will.
do it.
Gus is
on
over it.
another radio show, we will do strikeouts on air.
On podcast,
hardest part-
dude. There'll be
the
strikeout
podcast.
cast. Strikeout cast.
The hardest part would be the chugging of the beer because I cannot chug beer to save my life.
Yeah, you drink girl beer. That's all. Make fun of Gus for buying strawberry beers for one of
Haters
his
gonna hate.
graduations.
Haters gonna hate.
You've had Belmont Brewing Company beer.
Oh no, Willie!
work there?
I
No,
got
I
a
worked
half
at,
keg of strawberry blonde.
He brought the girl version.
It was good. I was good. I was like, you know, let's do this thing.
All
right.
Top sale or something.
I know. Here's what Gus did. All right,
Bond.
he like
Cut it.
there was all right. There's Belmont Brewing Company, one of the best brewing like places in Long Beach.
Where I used to work. I used to work there. I used to work there.
It's them rock bottom. It's one of the brewing companies in Long Beach, and they have good beer.
Beach City Barbecue or whatever, Beechwood.
Beechwood. See, like I don't really know. I'm down to go. Like Screw that. Let's change the subject. Recommend some places. I knew you worked at Rock Bottom. Is that good?
Rock Bottom's good. They bring in other places. They bring in other beers now from other private breweries.
Cool. Rock Bottom seems like a much better selection.
They have
than
now.
BBC.
Yo, much bigger.
Beechwood barbecue.
Where's that at?
Great food. It started in Seal Beach. Now there's one in downtown Long. Great food, great beer selection. If you go down to the Congregation, everyone knows about the Congregation.
Congregation's cool spot.
There's a lot of private beers there. There's actually a new place called the Red Leprechaun. They only serve craft beer.
What?
Oh, really? You've been in there?
I've been in there.
I really want to try it.
Food, 7.5, 8 out of 10, good enough.
Okay. Irish
you don't
food?
feel ripped. Irish food, and then the beer, really good. Really, really strong, really good. They also they don't brew themselves, but they bring it in.
Nice.
And
have you been to the Chart House? Down there on the Pike?
Yard House.
What'd I say, Chart House?
Chart House.
I meant to say Yard House.
Well, they have like regular brews. Do they have microbrew too, though?
They have their whole thing is they have like 200.
Yeah, that's places
I
like
just bought
heaven.
on beer at Stern's Liquor. Man.
Yeah.
I like those IPAs.
No, they got a lot of good beers. I like Pabst Blue Ribbon, $7 for a 12-pack.
Nah, you gotta try a Pliny, man. Those are
A Pliny?
The
Never had one of
AleSmith IPA, excuse me. The AleSmith IPA, couldn't recommend a better IPA for anyone who wants to try it.
AleSmith?
AleSmith. You get 2 of those down, you're down for the night. You get 2 of those in your stomach, you're down for the night. Absolutely delicious beer, smooth.
Have you noticed
toffee,
how like
rosé.
famous those beers have gone? Like IPAs and pale ales, like they're blowing up. All these like little private breweries are starting to make really delicious pale ales.
Yeah,
so I'm a big fan of that.
I'll be honest, I've never really had an IPA before. I'm
Really?
down. Yeah, I don't know.
I think you would like them. They don't taste like regular beer. Like you would especially like a Blue Moon with an orange in it. That's definitely up your alley, Gus.
Why is it up my alley? By the way, I don't like Blue Moon. I've had Blue Moon.
Oh, really?
I don't like
Even
Blue
with
Moon.
the orange?
Yeah, even with the
All
orange.
right, that's pale ale, so you wouldn't like it.
I like Guinness. That's
That's
like
dark. That's
beer.
completely opposite.
Stout.
Podcast, we need a beer tasting with Gus.
That'd be so awesome. No, and then talk crap. Don't tell them what it is.
Yeah.
Like that's a girl beer. You just drank. You just drank a wine cooler.
Smirnoff Ice Grape.
That was a B&J's strawberry kiwi delight.
Your favorite beer was Zima. You chose Zima.
No.
What's your favorite beer though? Overall, favorite beer of all time? Willie Will's.
Pacifico.
Pacifico.
Really?
What about you?
It's hard to say a favorite.
Let's go with like you have to take everything into account, like price, like availability, like everything into account. Like for me, it would be like Sierra Nevada Torpedoes.
I'm going with the AleSmith IPA. It's a really solid, balanced, amazing beer. You got to try it.
Guinness, definitely.
Guinness for you?
Guinness for me.
I like Guinness a lot. Have you ever had a half and half where it's like a pale ale and a Guinness?
No, I've never.
Into one glass.
No.
Boom.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a shot then.
That's called a black and tan.
Black and tan.
Black and tan.
St. Ides malt liquor.
St. Ides malt
St.
liquor.
Ides.
211. I used to drink 211.
Gus,
all
I
day.
bet you don't know what a brass monkey is either. Do you know what,
What,
brass monkey
orange juice and beer?
You know what a brass monkey is? How do
The
you like
one-
that?
Well, it's Sunny
no,
D.
that
It's
sounds-
orange
by the way,
juice or Sunny D.
That sounds
Sunny D.
disgusting, by the way.
You've never.
It's
No,
all
I've
right.
never tried
It's
it.
good.
It sounds
It's like a
disgusting.
white trash mimosa.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's actually really good.
I
like
actually
it a
love
lot.
that analogy.
It's actually a pretty good analogy. Good job. Good one, Will. That's why we have Willie here, and Glenn's gone apparently. Bye, Glenn. All right. Anyways, hey, remember Richard Lofe? I think he might be back next week, but in that time. But after this, you know what? Do it. After this, we're gonna play a song right now, and then after the break, we'll say our
You
goodbyes.
gonna play my song?
Which song was that again?
That is
That white guy song?
the white guy.
Paul
song.
Williams?
Paul
No.
Williams.
I didn't pull that one up, but you can do that right now. Actually, while I vamp. Why do you like Paul Williams? Like I asked.
Paul Williams is a great. I love meaning in songs. He has a lot of meaning. So you listen to lyrics, and he's just a great songwriter. I mean, whenever you're down, you play Rainbow Connection, and you feel good again. It's that one right there. And if you ever heard of Paul Williams, you know what I'm talking about.
Here you go. It's Paul Williams. Interview.
Nights are frightening, nothing matters anyway, and that's the hell of it. Winter comes and the winds grow colder, well some grow wiser, you just grew older. You never listened anyway, and that's the hell of it. Good for nothing, bad in bed, nobody likes you and you're better off dead. Goodbye, we've all come to say goodbye, goodbye, Born defeated, died in vain. Super destructive, you were hooked on pain. And though your music lingers on, well, all of us are glad you're gone. Love yourself as you love no other. Be no man's fool and be no man's brother. We're all born to die alone, you know. There's a hell of it. Life's a game where they're bound to beat you, and time's a trick taking time to cheat you. We only wasted anyway, and that's the hell of it. Good for nothing, bad in bed. Nobody liked you and you're better off dead. Goodbye. We've all come to say goodbye. Goodbye. Born defeated, died in vain. Super destructive, you were hooked on pain. And though your music lingers on, all of us are glad you're gone. If I could live my life half as worthlessly as you, I'm convinced that I'd wind up burning sure.
Circus. And that was a random song that Mr. Adam Evans.
Beautiful song.
Paul Williams.
Great meaning.
Hell of it. What does that song mean? I don't get why you like that song. Like, it was a funny video. A bunch of people like dancing around and
Did you listen to the lyrics?
Nope.
Go home, listen to the lyrics, and come
really
back and we'll talk about it.
All right. Well, that sounds like a homework assignment, and I don't do homework, bro.
Wow.
I'm a rebel ever since 6th grade. That's why I've gotten a 1.5 GPA. All right, so we're going to do some commercials right now, and after that, we're going to say our goodbyes. So, Mr. Gus, will you do me the favor and play the number 4? Welcome back to the Internet Review. DJ Ramos. What's cracking, everybody? Going in for the close.
Chilling.
All right, so we know your thoughts on religion and stuff, Gus. It's very boring.
Mm-hmm.
Adam.
Yo.
Let's get serious for this last 5 minutes. What happens after we died, and has your opinion of that changed ever since you've had a daughter?
What happens after we die and has my you know, I can't honestly answer that question. I live my life just accepting that I can't answer that.
That's a beautiful thing, because that's pretty much where I'm at this point in my life. What about you? What happens when we die, Willie? Do we go and drink beer in the Valhalla with all the other warriors that died in battle, or what happens?
Yeah, you kind of go there, and you kind of go to like a purgatory, just floating.
By yourself or with your homies?
I went when I did that DMT. So.
Really? You just kind of hung out in between? Well, maybe you just hung out in like God's waiting room. How do you know you weren't doing that?
I don't know.
You
That's
don't
a good
know.
question, but I don't know. I think like people that are so engulfed in like religions are just gonna drive themselves mad.
So do you, after that DMT experience, did you ever change your mind? Obviously, DMT is dimethyltryptamine. It's the chemical that your body produces right before you die, and people believe it's the chemical that your body produces when you're dreaming, and you can get that drug and smoke it and see God.
It's like the most gnarly Schedule 1 drug there is.
Yeah, it's the number one psychedelic ever. Like, that's the holy grail for psychedelic. Like,
that puts you in a different perspective for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So what was your perspective before that trip, and what was your perspective after?
Before I was kind of like, I don't know what to believe in, where to go with the spiritual thing. But then after, it was kind of, you see this other realm, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, I can see where they're going. And there's not necessarily like one God, you know. To me, there's several, I think. And
did you hear voices or something? Or?
Yeah, I heard voices, and I saw like Indians and like Buddhas and just like a bunch of spiritual stuff, but I didn't know which way to take it.
Right. So, if you had to like, oh, this is a great question, Adam. You have a young daughter. How are you gonna raise her? Like, you gonna raise her religious or?
No, absolutely not. If she decides on her own to go into some sort of religion, then I'll accept that. I mean, as long as the religion's not
Satanism,
banging dudes at Panama Joe's,
But do you raise her like saying like words like God to her? Or do you just kind of like not even talk to her about
Sophie,
it?
my fiance, is semi-religious, and she says she prays all the time. It's hard with a kid because you have to answer these questions, and it's so easy. I think that's how religion gets passed on, because it's so easy to just say God.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I try to be real with her, like I try to give her the true answer. That's what I believe in. But the easiest answer, in my opinion, you say, you see the Simpsons episode, the leader did it.
Yeah.
The leader did, God did it. It's I think the easiest to answer these questions, and so. She's 3, so we'll get there one day. But I would never ever.
It's about the time they start to question mortality, though, isn't it? Like they're like has she ever had like a pet or something that died or something?
Yeah, she has, and she knows what die is. But I think
she doesn't ask what happens after.
No, it's not. But I think that religion gives people a base to live by if they actually follow. Like, you look at the teachings of Jesus Christ, and so many people, I feel, don't actually follow that. They follow like the convoluted, like the telephone game. What has become nowadays as like, let's hate gays, let's hate's maybe a strong word, but let's persecute.
Even the movies, like what's that movie that Mel Gibson made? Passion of the Christ. All right, why didn't you just follow Christ's teachings? Why did you have to show like him getting beat? Like, you made a snuff film about Jesus. You didn't make like a good film. Like, how about you make a film about Jesus teaching some important stuff?
That's someone's like spin on what went down, and then like
the Jews,
government and politics within religion. It's like look at mankind. Like, we went from inventing the wheel to iPads. It's like there has to be some
within
higher
a blink
power
of an eye.
That created this. Like, how do we get the intelligence?
It's not like, I think honestly, I don't know if it's a higher power. I just think it's like an intelligence that we can tap into, because like like sometimes you'll just be sitting there and like you'll think of something like, it's like, was that my thought? Like, you'll think of like a trippy like thought, and you'll be like, there's no way.
Big Bang Theory and like how life started, though. Not
what is it?
Who knows?
The scientists say we only use 10% of our brain.
Yeah. Who knows?
Do you think that's true, or do you think we use more, less?
Well, like the other percentage of our brain is like busy, like making sure we breathe, and like
subconscious.
Yeah, it's our subconscious, like making sure our body is like at 97% and all that stuff.
Hey, it's an interesting question. I mean, a lot of times, sometimes I think that you look at us, we're almost like the human is almost like a very successful virus. I mean,
on Earth.
How come? How do you know that? Let's say a cancer cell or some sort of disease is not intelligent as well.
Well, it's a trip.
Very successful, and that's the thing, is when you think about, is there life on this Earth? Maybe there's one tiny bacterium that thinks that I'm the only universe it knows.
Exactly.
But in actuality, there's 7 billion universes out there.
And then the only one that'll like make you notice it is like a cancer cell in your system. And like the thing is, like, maybe we are a cancer because we're literally like taking like the blood, which is like oil, like old, like we're burning, like digging into the earth and like taking out its organs to like make us run our cars and stuff.
And look at how many of us there are. I mean,
yeah, well, we need to. Like, there's 7 billion people on Earth. We got to feed them all. Eventually, we're gonna start eating like bugs and stuff in America because that's a good source of protein. It's cheap, and the Chinese are taking over.
We'll eat maybe some artificial.
I'm pretty adventurous when it comes to food. Like,
I'll
pretty much eat anything.
I'll eat a cricket.
You eat a bug?
Yeah.
Surprisingly though, for
not
being
a
a
cockroach.
first world
Dude,
country, we're pretty lenient on like our child production. Like look at China's one child law.
Policy.
Yeah.
Like, look at us. Like, if you have kids, you get money for it. And you get
I think we should get a 2-child policy in America, to be honest with you.
It's interesting too, because when you have a kid, like I have a 3-year-old daughter, everyone's next question is, when's the next one coming? And we tell them we've agreed together that we don't want any more kids, and people that's like blasphemous to some people. Like, what? You're not having more kids? Like,
it's because they have more kids. Like, no.
Even single people, it's the culture, especially women, especially girls, will go, when's the next one coming?
All right. So thanks for joining us on the Internet Review. I'm DJ Ramos. Much thanks to Gus, Tyler Pistoia, Adam Evans, and Willie Will.
Thank you for having me.
Follow me on Twitter at Tyler Pistoia, TYLER PISTOIA.
Don't do that.
I don't have a Twitter.
Do it. All right.
You have an Instagram.
Thanks, everybody.